WWE 2K23 is officially out, and I'm going to talk about my early impressions. Plus, we've got some other stuff, a WrestleMania news roundup, some updated WrestleMania cards, all coming at you right now. It's Wrestling with Fans. What is good, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Wrestling with Fans podcast. This is a pro wrestling podcast created by fans for fans from a fan's perspective. My name is Kyle. This is episode 229, my WWE 2K23 review, and a WrestleMania news roundup, plus some other things sprinkled in. Without further ado, let's quickly talk about the updated WrestleMania card. What we know, what is confirmed, everything like that. We talked about it last week, and everything else has stayed the same. Currently, Seth Rollins and Logan Paul is the only match confirmed for night one. Of course, Roman Reigns defending the undisputed WWE Blue Universal Championship against the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes will headline night two. We also have the SmackDown Women's Championship match, Charlotte defending against Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Asuka, Brock Lesnar going one-on-one with Omos, Austin Theory and John Cena for the U.S. title. We have the 6-man tag match, Trish, Lita, and Becky Lynch taking on Damage Control. Edge and Finn Balor will take place in the Hell in a Cell. That is now confirmed. We've also got a couple new matches announced. Now, the IC title match is now a triple threat match, which is what we all thought all along. We had all predicted about. And I kind of enjoyed the way they did it on SmackDown this week with the Drew Sheamus match, then having Imperium attack them, only for Adam Pearce to officially announce it as a triple threat. So that is officially on the cards for WrestleMania. And there have also been two other matches announced. Fatal 4-way men's and women's tag team showcase matches. Now I'm guessing that this is going to replace the once traditional battle royal, men's and women's battle royals for WrestleMania weekend. Currently, we know one of the teams, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, defeated Emma and Tegan Nox on SmackDown this past week. And then we 3 other teams announced for this women's showcase. My guess is this is where they're going to put Ronda and Shayna Baszler. Since they're not going to be going for the women's tag titles, they're going to put them in the showcase match. And then there's also a men's WrestleMania showcase, a fatal 4-way tag team title match. My guess is they're going to have, probably the Street Profits, maybe the Viking Raiders, hopefully the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, and then maybe another team. I don't know who else they would put in there. One match that is still not official, but we got more story on it from SmackDown this week, Rey and Dominic Mysterio. Now, I don't remember where I heard this. I was listening to something this past week, and I love the idea, so I'm stealing it. I came up with this. Just forget what I just said a few seconds ago. At the Hall of Fame, Rey will be doing his speech. He's going to be inducted by Conan. And then we get a video cut to the backstage area, and Dom has beat up Conan. Conan's all bloody. Of course, Conan wouldn't be able to do anything. Wouldn't need to take any bumps or anything crazy like that. He just have to go back there, put a little fake blood on his forehead, and that sets it off. Because we did get a confrontation with Rey and Dom on SmackDown this week. And, Rey's still not buying it. So they're going to have to do something drastic to make Rey take this match. So I'm thinking it could probably even go down at the Hall of Fame. Segueing into, which actually does take place post SmackDown. I thought it was going to take place on Thursday the 30th. It is going to take place Friday, March 31st, right after SmackDown. Of course, we already know that Rey Mysterio is going in, being inducted by Conan. And then we are also getting the Great Muta, Keiji Muto. And it is rumored that he's going to be inducted by none other than Ric Flair, which would be really nice. That's a very nice induction. And again, that'll take place Friday after SmackDown. So that's where we stand with WrestleMania as of today, the 19th of March. Guys, we are only 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. Actually, sorry, 1 week away. No, 2 weeks. Yeah, we are 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. Guys, we're only 2 weeks away. I was looking at the little calendar on my computer screen and I got confused there for a second. We are 2 weeks away. We got Raw tomorrow night on the 20th or after, depending on when you're listening to the show or watching the video. And then the Go Home edition on the 27th. And then we got SmackDown on the 24th and the 31st. And then the Hall of Fame coming right after that. And guys, don't forget, WrestleMania week, I'm going to be live throughout the entire week. Monday, we're going to do a Raw preview the Go Home edition of Raw. Tuesday, the 28th, we're going to do a little Raw review and then update any new WrestleMania news and rumors going on at that time. Wednesday, the 29th, is the 5-year anniversary of the Wrestling with Fans podcast. The plan right now is to record something the weekend of the 25th and 26th, get a bunch of the old hosts back. I know Rick is confirmed. I will have Jen here as well. Still hoping to get Bobby, Chris, and Jason back as well. They had said they were interested, but we'll see how things line up. But for right now, we're going to have a few of the old faces back. Hopefully, we have all the old faces back. But that is going to go live on the 29th in the evening. Now, the show won't be live, but I will be live in the chat chatting with you guys for the 5-year anniversary special. Then Thursday the 30th will kind of be my SmackDown last minute preview because Friday, of course, is my bowling night, so it will not be on Friday. Depending on what time I get home, I may come home and do a live watch along with some of the Hall of Fame. We'll see how things go, but no promises. Then Saturday the 1st, we're going to do a preview show. I'm going to stream before. I'm going over to Rick's house for night 1. I'm probably going to watch night 2 here. So I won't be live night 1, but I'm going to try to film some reactions, do some review stuff on Sunday before WrestleMania. Might go live during the NXT show. We'll see how things play out, but I got one more week, and then it's the busiest week of the year for all of the wrestling community. It is WrestleMania week, so make sure you stay tuned and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Like I said, just hit that subscribe button, like the one right here that just popped up. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Keep up to date with everything going on here with Wrestling with Fans. Let's hit a couple news stories real quick, and then I want to talk about what we saw on SmackDown, and then my full-blown WWE 2K23 review. Couple quick news stories. Brie and Nikki Bella are no longer with WWE, and they have officially changed their name from the Bella Twins to their actual last name, the Garcia Twins. So we have Brie Garcia and Nikki Garcia. They are no longer with WWE, therefore they are going to name change back to their names Garcia. For those that care, I mean, if I never have to hear Brie mode again, it'll be too soon. Looks like here from Endeavor CEO Ari Emanuel spoke on the Morgan Stanley investor call and detailed that the Endeavor strategy and why purchasing WWE would not be a good fit for his company given their debt situation. Endeavor was linked to be a potential suitor to purchase WWE from Vince McMahon. Emanuel goes on to say here, quote, "We have taken Endeavor from debt being 8 times assets to below 4. I am sleeping because of that 4 to 8 hours. I'd sleep a lot more if I got it lower. We're going to take it a lot lower this year. I think WWE is an incredible asset. We've been in business with Vince for over 2 decades. He's as good as it gets. He created one of the great assets of all times." So it seems Endeavor is taking their names out of the hat as potential suitors to purchase WWE. Now, I did speak, I think it was 2 weeks ago, the rumor that WWE will be meeting with potential buyers as early as this coming April. So here, right after WrestleMania season, then all the news and rumors of the sale and meetings and things like that, they're going to be coming up. The cycle never ends here, guys. The last news story I want to touch on is quite interesting, I believe. I think this is a pretty good one. Mercedes Moné, who some of you may know as Sasha Banks, the boss. It's boss time. She appeared this weekend at Planet Comic-Con, and courtesy of Felix Upton of Ringside News, Monet explained, quote, "Nobody knows the story," unquote, because she hasn't said anything about it. So at this Planet Comic-Con over the weekend, she says here, quote, "As I'm growing in my career, I'd been in the WWE for almost 10 years. I had to have a change, and I feel something different. And I had to feel something different in my heart and my soul. I had to go after a whole new dream and a whole new chapter and a whole new destiny for me. And this is what I wanted for me. And this is what I wanted to make happen for me. That's it. That's what I'm going for. This is my dream, unquote. Monet hadn't been seen in WWE since May 16th of last year after walking out due to some creative differences as well as her tag team partner. And at the time, they were the women's tag team champions, Naomi. And then back in August, Uncle Dave over at Wrestling Observer reported Banks and Naomi reached an agreement to return to WWE after Triple H took over as the chief content officer. However, that never came to fruition. So, all the people that want to talk about and make comments about everything going on with the Sasha Banks departure, that's all it is. It's just conjecture. It's just rumor and innuendo. And she hasn't said anything. So unless she comes out and says something, or Triple H or Vince comes out and says something, then there's really not much we can go off of. But let's take a quick break, plug some stuff here, and then I'll be back and we'll dive into WWE 2K23. Interrupt myself here for a quick moment. First off, thank you for checking out Wrestling with Fans here on YouTube. If you're enjoying what you see, make sure to leave a big old thumbs up and click that subscribe button down below. The other ways you can help support the show is to follow us across all of our other social medias. Check us out, facebook.com/Wrestling with Fans. Hulk smash that like button to keep up to date with everything going on here with Wrestling with Fans. Or you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Wrestling with Fans. Check us out on the web at WrestlingWithFans.com. New audio shows go up every single Sunday at midnight. Or you can take us on the go, download us to your favorite podcast, the listening device. You can get us wherever you get your podcast fix. Just search Wrestling with Fans Podcast. We are on all the major platforms: Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher. Wherever you get your podcast fix, you can find Wrestling with Fans. Last but certainly not least, comments, questions, feedback, topics you want covered on the show, shoot me an email, wwfshow@gmail.com. Again, that's wwfshow@gmail.com. Links to everything are down in the video description and down below, so make sure you check that out. Without further ado, back to the show. All right, guys, coming back in here. Now, of course, every Friday is Fig Friday here on the Wrestling with Fans YouTube channel. And this past Friday, upload a really fun video. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check it out. We've got the Acolytes, the APA, Bradshaw, and Farouk. Damn. These are such cool figures. Appreciate all the feedback on the video. Make sure you check that out. I'll put it in the little annotation. I guess it'll be up over on this side over here, so you can go check that out. But real quick, you just get a quick look there. You got Bradshaw. I mean, it's a great rendering of Bradshaw, of course. The man himself, Ron Simmons, aka Farouk. Again, a great rendering of the Acolytes. But that video is up on the YouTube channel. Again, it'll put up in the annotation up over here in the little title card somewhere. So make sure you guys check that out. And if you haven't done so already, of course, there's the Brock Lesnar Ultimate Edition that went up as well. You can check that out. And something I found at local Ollie's, apparently they are getting crammed with a bunch of old Star Wars stuff, but I picked up Wrecker. I think it was like $12, which is like a third of what he cost because he's one of the bucks. And of course, I also picked up from that's not a very good Emperor, but we got Emperor Palpatine. Non-wrestling related, but they got added to the collection. They're going to go up on the top of the Star Wars shelf. But yeah, check out those videos on the YouTube channel. So let's talk WWE 2K23. Let's talk WWE 2K23 because, man, I got to tell y'all, 2K23 is phenomenal. I haven't even sunk all the way into it. I'm recording some stuff to make some YouTube content. I've got some fun videos planned coming out later this week. Talking about some community creation stuff, my thoughts on other things. I'm going to do a separate video review with footage and stuff. But for the podcast today, I just wanted to talk about actually the game itself. And I was a fan of 2K22. I picked it up very late in the cycle. I got everything half price or just under half price. Because I wanted to dive back in without a 2K21. I really love wrestling games. 2K20 I got late in its life cycle as well. Because 2K20 was just dog shit. It was such a bad game. It was very unplayable, especially early on. And it wasn't until months and months later when they did the patches and some reworks that we finally got a game that was worth playing. It was a lot of fun. 22, I think, was very similar. Not quite as bad as 2K20, but 22 did have a lot of issues early on. And they did patch a lot of things. And it was by the time I got it, back around right before Christmas, probably like the Black Friday sale. So I had it for about 4 months. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I wish they would expand on my GM mode more. And like I said, I'm going to do a full in-depth review, going into more detail. It's going to come to the channel and the YouTube channel later this week. But so far, early impressions, I got it early. I pre-ordered it, so I got it 3 days early. I did get the Icon Edition. I went balls to the wall. So I've got all the extra stuff. Everything's unlocked. The Cena stuff, the My Faction stuff. What I've played so far, I've done a little bit of my GM, just to play around with some of the new updates to my GM. I did start a My Rise just to see how it started out. Your character is the daughter of an Attitude Era star. And I really only got to the beginning because I want to do a full in-depth run of the My Rise story, which will come out in little chunks throughout the YouTube channel. And then, of course, I played Showcase Mode. I've yet to play a Showcase Mode until this year. And it's really fun because instead of normally where you would play as the character highlighted in the Showcase Mode, you actually play as John Cena's opponents in some of his most iconic matches. Like the first couple matches, I did the RVD versus John Cena from One Night Stand. That was a lot of fun. You get to play as RVD and do a bunch of the cool stuff that RVD and John Cena did in that match. I also did the Kurt Angle, the Ruthless Aggression, the John Cena debut, where I played as Kurt Angle. And then the third match that I've gotten to was the one against the Undertaker. And I don't remember the paper off the top of my head, but it was him and Big Evil Undertaker. A lot of fun of that. Helps unlock a lot of other stuffs and moves because the community creations, some of these characters that the guys are making out there are just insane. But you do need to unlock all of the showcase stuff to get some of the other wrestlers and some of their movesets as well. So make sure you keep that in mind. That if you do get 2K23, which officially released this past Friday on the 17th, but I've been playing it for a couple extra days just because, did the pre-order to get it early. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to sitting down and playing it a lot. I didn't play much this weekend because they had a Call of Duty double XP weekend where a lot of the playlists were free to play. So I've been playing Ground War and Invasion, leveling up all my guns. My cousin and I like to play Sheikah Island sometimes. So doing that to kind of rank up and get some guns. But, this week it is all about the 2K23. I'm going to come home and, like I said, I'm putting together several videos for you guys to enjoy here on the Wrestling with Fans YouTube channel. And if you're listening to the audio show, you just need to subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. It's that simple, guys. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get all the 2K23 videos. Be doing some stuff, highlighting some community creations from some of the best creators out there. Highlighting some of the hidden movesets that are in the game. When you get you're going through the movesets and just have these generic names, I have a whole list of who's who, so that way if you want to make your own favorite superstar or find a moveset from a particular legend, superstar, whatever, you'll be able to find it pretty easily. So be on the lookout for all kinds of cool 2K23 content coming here. But that's pretty much it. It's very simple. It's very cut and dry for me right now. The game's fun. I've enjoyed playing it so far in the probably 4 to 5 hours I've put into the game, which I know is child's play compared to some of the people out there putting out who would just do specifically 2K23 content, wrestling game content. So hopefully you guys will stick around and watch some fun games with me. But as of right now, I got to give it a solid, probably 8.7 out of 10. If I were to put a number to it, out of 10. 8.7 out of 10. It's a lot of fun. Got 5 DLC packs coming. I'm not a big fan of some of the wrestlers in the DLC packs. I wish we get a little bit more. But overall, like I said, it's a fun game. If you like wrestling games, if you've been a fan of 2K wrestling games or the WWE wrestling games in general, I highly recommend picking it up. And if you don't pick it up right away, wait till you get a sale. I'm sure there'll be some sales coming up after a few months. Pick them up. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it so far, and I'm looking forward to playing it some more. Getting some community creations, creating some My GM, playing some My Universe mode, diving into the My Rise story, and all that other fun stuff that comes with it. But yeah, early impressions after less than a week. 2K23 is an awesome game. I really, really enjoyed it. So that's my thoughts. It would be 2K23. Oh, excuse me. I apologize if my voice is sounding a little rough. I've been fighting a cold for a couple weeks. Jen had been sick for a week, and then I think whatever she had, I now have, which is always fun. So if you're married or in the, you understand what I'm saying. If they get sick, then eventually you get sick. Plus, with my job, I'm around sick people all the time. So luckily, knock on wood, fingers crossed, this is just a short-term thing. But voice is a little hoarse here as we get into WrestleMania season. It's only going to get worse because, WrestleMania is coming up. I'm going to be live all the time. I'm going to be doing a lot of content, a lot of videos. So make sure you guys are sticking around. But I am super pumped for WrestleMania weekend, 2 weeks away. And I think this could go down as one of the better WrestleManias in recent memory. And I think next week on this show, I'm not sure if it's next. I think we're probably going to do it next week. Rick and I will do our full-blown WrestleMania preview show. So make sure you are staying tuned for that. Next week, we'll do a video and we'll have the audio version of that out as well. And again, the whole live schedule, I'm going to make a graphic to post on social media to keep up to date. To keep everybody up to date with what my schedule is going to be for WrestleMania week. Because it's going to be an absolutely insane week. All the big stuff going on. Plus, there's a lot of other indie events. If you're going to, one of the big shows WrestleMania weekend, let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know which shows you're going to if you're going to be in LA for WrestleMania weekend. I'm hoping, we're crossing our fingers, double there, that next year, 2024, the rumor is, I don't know if it's official, but I think the rumor is that we are getting WrestleMania in Philadelphia. Now, Philadelphia is only about 4 hours away from me. So I'm hoping that we can, make it to WrestleMania 40. And I guess, okay, it is official. It will be in Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia next year. So the plan is to start saving up and hopefully being able to get to go to WrestleMania next year. And it'd be really cool to have all kinds of live videos and things like that for WrestleMania weekend. Get a group to go up there. So that's the plan. We're hoping. But let's get through this WrestleMania first. But that's all I got, guys. It was a short show this week. I had a lot more to talk about last week. Not so much this week. But again, it's kind of like that little lull. The one big thing I didn't talk about because we haven't gotten the match official yet, the stuff on SmackDown with Cody and Kevin and Sammy. Sammy and Kay are back together. I thought what they did there was brilliant. I thought using Cody to bring them together was brilliant because it keeps Cody in good light in the fans' eyes and won't have him turn on him since Sammy's not getting the WrestleMania match against Roman that everybody wanted. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see where the story goes. I have a feeling we're going to get Sammy and KO versus Usos at Mania. It's only a matter of time. I figure that'll probably become official in the next week or so. And we may get a couple other matches added. I don't know. I guess we'll find out here over the next 2 weeks. But, I'm going to stop rambling and go ahead and cut the show here, guys. But, yeah, all the socials. Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff, guys. Follow us. Links for everything are in the audio description down below. They're in the video description down below as well for you YouTube viewers. But yeah, I'm excited. Let me know what you're looking forward to at WrestleMania. Sound off in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the videos on the channel, some of the Fig videos. I know you guys are going to enjoy them a lot. But that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for listening. Once again, my name is Kyle, and I will see you all next time right here on Wrestling with Fame.